thank you guys for, all the ones that did reply to the, I ain't supposed to be showing that on YouTube, huh? New rules, sorry. Thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you for sticking around, rocking with me as long as you guys have been. I appreciate it. This is kind of impromptu. It's been a minute. I know you guys, last time you saw the cave, we're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna call it, Boom Boom Room. That's what we're gonna call this room. Anybody else say Boom Boom Room? You heard it here first. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start going through some of this stuff. I'm gonna break this up into a couple of videos. First of them, I don't know, what do you guys want to see? Let's start off with the rat guns here. These are all the long guns, and then we'll move into some of the 5.56 stuff, specialty calibers. Sorry if I'm a little bit jittery, a little bit over the place. Getting back into the swing of it. We'll get there. I promise you. Let me turn this light. All right, so let's go over the first one here. Let's start with the one everybody was asking about, the EBR. So this is Springfield M1A EBR and an EBR chassis. This gun is fairly new. I was able to source a brand new Springfield M1A from a local gun store here in town. Picked it up for a good deal, and then I actually went and purchased the SIG optic from another gun store. The gun stores that are local to me are really good people, good friends. So I'm gonna go ahead and shout them out. Danny over at CW Tactical, Roanoke Knife and Gun. Dave over at Big Boys Guns, and Mark and his team over at Doomsday. Pretty much who I deal with in my area. So I was able to get the M1A from Big Boys, the optic from Danny over at CW, and then the chassis was the hardest thing for me to source. I was trying to figure out where to get this chassis from for the longest time, and I ended up running across one on a website that I frequent. Had it on there for a good deal. Website's called Tax Swap. So you go on there, you kind of roll the dice on if you're going to get an honest person who's going to swing you a good deal, steer you in the right direction. You're not going to scam you. So I ended up meeting up with a really cool guy over in Oregon, where I'm originally from. He shipped it out to me. Good communication with the guy. So ended up getting the chassis. There were some parts that were missing, but I was able to source those parts. The parts that were missing was basically the shim kit up front. So got the chassis. Got it in there. The M1A that I started out with was a tanker model. So if you guys are wondering what M1A would look like, a tanker would look like in a EBR chassis, this is it. I will say sourcing the front part of this so that I could suppress it was a bit of a chore, but I ended up getting all the parts for it. And then today was the first time that I actually put some rounds through it. And I will tell you, like they all say, and I think the reason why a lot of people are getting rid of these chassis is because they're not accurate. The M1A in itself is not something you're going to shoot sub-MOA with, but, or one MOA for that matter. At 50 yards, I had good group, 2 MOA, at best. Moving it out to 100 yards, it's spread out. I got the target right here. It's spread out pretty far. Hold on, that's not it. Sorry. So, here's the target. This is the group. Come around here. At 100 yards. At 50 yards, they were touching. At 100 yards, I had 3 group, little group right here, 1, 2, 3, and then I moved it in a little bit, kind of adjusted it to the right, and then I had 1, 2, 3, and then the other little holes in there is me zeroing in the SIG 277 Fury, and that is at 100 yards. That is that. At 100 yards, that's what that thing is doing up there after I got it sighted in. the LPVO. So, anyways, more to come on that one. That's later. So it's not an accurate gun. Tanker model, 50 yards and in is where you're going to be shooting at anyway. So I saw a little point of impact shift. I mean, you seen the target and how big it is. So would I notice point of impact shift? Probably not. But when I put the can on it, I didn't notice much. It was still, for a man-sized target at 100 yards, it'll do the thing. You ain't shooting past that. I mean, I wouldn't. It's a fun toy and it's cool to look at. Maybe if I send it to Fulton Armory and get it accurized, I can get more out of it. But for right now, it is what it is. So it's a cool gun. Cool to look at. Put it on your table, stare at it, wank off to it, whatever. I don't know. There's a can for it. This is a Silence Coil LPVO, or LBP, low back pressure. Yeah, LBP. I don't know where I'm getting LPVO from. This can is a really good can for one that you're not sure how your gun is going to perform with regards to pressures and all of that stuff. This thing is a tank. When I shot this gun without the can, it was pretty violent. I didn't like shooting it. It was teeth shattering. Put this on and it was a lot more pleasant to shoot. Tamed it down quite a bit. And then even shooting supers through it, which, you know, subs it turned into a bolt gun, but shooting supers through it, it was actually pretty nice, and I liked it. Yeah, but I don't know what else you guys want to know about that one. Thinking about Cerakoting it, changing the color of it to something cool, titanium, something somebody ain't got. I've seen some FDE ones, I've seen some green ones, and I've seen, of course, the silver ones that the Navy SEAL has that color or whatever. I was thinking about maybe the Dookie Brown or the dark gray titanium color for this one. So.